Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Gurubhyo Namah Siddhi Vinayakaya Namaha Om. My name is Sarvai Subramaniam and I talk on a subject known as Known Subject, Unknown Details. The last two episodes I had given it on Tamil. One was on Irumurai and the other one was on flowers. But as the subjects were on Tamil, the number of listeners was not great. So this time I thought I will give this subject, which is known as Dhanam and Dharmam in English. Many people mistake that Dhanam and Dharmam are one and the same. But it is not so. Dhanam is different and Dharma is different. People say, or in the old days, people used to say that in the smile and the laughter of a poor man, you can see God. And God, according to our karma, even though He has differentiated the rich and the poor, but He has been able to give what they want according to what their karma deserves. What He wants to give, nobody can stop. And what He wants to take back, nobody can stop. Now, to give a small example, let me take you to the Mahabharata war. Karnan was hit left, right and center by the arrows of Arjuna and was bleeding and lying near the chariot. But his life was not leaving him. So Arjuna asked Krishna, what could be the reason that in spite of all this, he has not died? So Krishna said, you wait and watch. So he dressed like a Brahmin, went towards Karna and asked for alms. Karna said, you are asking me at the wrong time when I have nothing left and I am waiting for my departure to the heavens. Krishna said, no, you still have something to give me, and that is all the punya that you got by doing dhanam, you can give it to me. So Karna, with the blood in his hand, pours and says, hereby all my punya that I got from my dhanam, I am giving it to you. With that, Karna departed the earth. Now, when Krishna comes to Arjuna, he tells him, by handing over the punya to me, he became an ordinary earthling, whereby his life has departed him. In the meantime, Surya Bhagavan, who is supposed to be the father of Karna, becomes very furious and says, my son has done so much of dhanam, but yet why he lost and why he gave up his life in the war field. Then he rushes to Lord Shiva and he tells, oh Shiva, you know my son, what all he has done, but at the same time, nothing has saved his life. What could be the reason? Then Shiva tells him, when you give things because somebody is asking for it, or when you know something is wanting something and you are giving it, it becomes an ordinary dhanam. What your son has done was all through dhanam, and he has not done it because he wanted to do it. He wanted to do it because he wanted to earn a name that he is one of the greatest of all for doing the dhanam. So when Lord Krishna went and asked for the alms, even at that juncture, he wanted to earn a name for himself that he gave up the punyas to Krishna and lost his life. So if you look at the whole thing, he has not done any dharma. Surya understood what Ishvara said. He said, yes, now I understand what you have said and what is the secret between dhanam and dharma. Now when we say Annadhanam is classified into two. Many people give Annadhanam on their birthdays or the anniversaries or on the Shraddha days. In remembrance of somebody, they want a vote to be written in the place that they are giving, why they have given it. So it is an ordinary dhanam. But when you walk on the street and when you find somebody is very hungry, you don't know him, he doesn't know you, you just buy something for him to eat and walk off. You have not expected anything from him. That falls under dharma. So anything that you do without expecting anything in return is considered as dharma, and anything that you do where you want your name to be etched somewhere becomes dhanam. Now take for example the temples. You will find many temples where Kumbhabhishek went done, but there will be a stone laid that so and so family or so and so has done this Kumbhabhishekam, or a mandapam is created, a huge nameplate will be there. So that means it becomes an ordinary publicity. So it doesn't come under dharma. Dharma is something where it is a duty that you are obliged to do to the society without expecting anything in return. For example, donating blood to someone who wants it is dhanam, ratta dhanam. But you just go to the hospital and then donate your blood and come back. You have done a dharma because you don't know to whom this blood is going to go, who is going to survive. That means that charity that you do, the charity has to be classified between dhanam and dharmam. And the more and more the dharma that you do is what adds up to your credit in your karma. So this is the basic classification of a dhanam and a dharma. Similarly, one drives the car on the streets, and I have seen people keeping some coins near the dashboard. Whenever they stop at the signal, unknowingly he takes some coins and he hands over to whoever comes and picks him. Now he doesn't know who that man is. The man doesn't know who he is. He just took it and gave it without even knowing for a second why he is doing it and for what purpose. Now this is not dhanam, but this is dharma. Now when I go to the temple, when I am buying materials in the stores, and then going to the temple to do my archana, it doesn't come under dharma, but it comes under dhanam. Similarly, on the day of a lunar or a solar eclipse, you will find some people coming on the streets when the eclipse is going off, saying that dhan dijiye, dhan. So that means I am going to give away things I was wearing with some coins or some rupee, thinking that I am giving away my paths, which means I am only doing a dhanam, I am not doing a dharma. So anything at any juncture that you do without expecting anything in return for what you have done will fall under the dharma and goes into a karma as a credit balance for you, which you carry forward. And what you do intentionally to get a name for yourself, or after doing it you go and publicize to everybody, I did this, I did this, I did this, it comes under dhanam. It has nothing to do with your dharma added to your karma. So friends, understand this difference between the dhanam and dharma. If you feel that this is a useful subject, please share with your friends. Thank you. Namaskar.